2024 campaign. We don't usually read Trump's rants from his social media site on this show, but I do want you to hear his words this time. Trump writes in part, quote, "The 2024 election, where votes have just started being cast, will be under the closest professional scrutiny, and when I win, those people that cheated will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, which will include long-term prison sentences so that this depravity of justice does not happen again. Please be aware that this legal exposure extends to lawyers, political operatives, donors, illegal voters, and corrupt election officials. Those involved in unscrupulous behavior will be sought out, caught, and prosecuted at levels unfortunately never seen before in our country."
What about you?
Quote. Joining us now.
That is not just a threat, but a promise and an attempt at intimidation. But how did you read that? And could what he is promising or warning about actually come to pass if he is a re-elected president?
So yes, yes, and yes. So it does read like intimidation. Like, you are allowed to have poll watchers, to have individuals who are there to protect the integrity of elections, to answer questions from prospective voters as they're standing in line to vote. None of that is untoward. What is untoward is threatening to prosecute people for doing that sort of protocol, which is to ensure the right to vote. So there may actually be some legal problems. He may want to get a lawyer for that part of it. But again, I think this is intended to deter individual legal problems. He may want to get a lawyer for that part of it. But again, I think this is intended to deter individuals who might go out to the polls to do poll watching, organizations like the NAACP, which does this on a regular basis during the election cycle, to deter them from doing that and to make clear that if he is successful, there will be consequences for those who try and secure the vote.
That the Democratic nominee for President of the United States issued that warning. What the heck do you think people will be talking about this morning?
Oh, dragging him out.
How much noise would there be
locking him up
across this country that a Democratic president for candidate for president has threatened workers, poll workers, has threatened voters?
We call for your arrest.
I'm tired of people just passing this crap off from this man as if it's just Donald Trump. He don't mean it. He's just
make the lie big. Keep saying it.
Already laying the platform for
this. Same thing Bannon said.
So
we know you didn't win. Just keep lying.
Would never do that.
They're already laying the platform for this.
So a Democratic nominee would never do this because this is straight out of the authoritarian playbook. Donald Trump has done his best to distance himself from Project 2025. This is so
Adolf Hitler
with Project 2025, to watch the polls, to threaten individuals who would secure the vote. I mean, again, all of this is part of it. We are literally in this moment where the fog is being boiled incrementally.
Kim Jong-un
moving slowly, incrementally toward an authoritarian regime. This is trademark authoritarianism, watching the polls, promising surveillance, and promising retribution.
So I'm going to